the basketball. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And the first half is now in the books. Hawks lead by 9. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
That reach he's shown, Greg, has certainly been fantastic in getting to some of these shots. I mean, he looks like he's got telescopic arms out there.
Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Curry. And it's Anderson in its small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies, boy, was he tremendous. He ended with 29 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Now Bradley, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Thomas goes in and misses it off the right side of the rim.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And Anderson kicks to Curry. To the middle. Millsap passes to Anderson, pushing their lead to double digits.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
Kent Bazemore is checked in for Anderson. So the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Horford. Dang comes in for Paul Millsap. Anderson, he's checked in for Curry, and it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Bradley can't get it to go.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Thomas goes in. Back to Bradley, looking to end the run. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And that's 10 points for Avery Bradley.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The Hawks making a switch here. Spates is checked in.
Jackson, Houston.
Shot from the inbound, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Atlanta?
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Here's Thomas after the basket by Atlanta. Outside, Taylor expanding his range. Atlanta with the rebound. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets it fly. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, That was just a terrible shot.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 7. Clock at 6. Here's Johnson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Johnson's got his first 2 points. The Hawks leading by 9. T dishes to Anderson. He feeds it to Spates from the baseline. No good off the front iron.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Now here's Allen, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Back to Thomas. Shot is no good, and Atlanta will go the other way with it. Outside T. Here's Spates. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Hawks lead by 11.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Now here's Allen. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Teletovic. Back to Anderson. From deep. They get it again. Spates. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And Thomas, here we go. And he banks in the layup. Thomas got 9. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. He's checked in for the Hawks. Amir Johnson's checked in for Boston. Thomas comes in for Newman. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Mickey out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Johnson in at the 5.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. In the corner, Crowder with it. He dishes it to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Boston. 5 to shoot. Shot by Crowder, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Here's Thomas following the basket by Freak. And Thomas, here we go. The floater. Here's Crowder. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feed. Crowder's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Horford kicks to Anderson. Back to Horford. Over to the wing. To the inside. Crowder with the steal. Outside Thomas. Pass to Mickey. Clock at 6. Here's Crowder. Kept alive by Boston. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Freak. And the shot's good from Crowder. The Hawks leading by 11. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. They grab their own miss. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Crowder, the pass to Thomas. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
And you know what we call that, Greg? Spurt ability. When they absolutely needed it, they found it. A frantic finish in store.
Celtics trail by 11. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen, let's make the simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions. Guys, can they clean it up?
Teague is checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's Curry, following the miss by Avery Bradley. This one for three. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Teague. Teague's got 6 assists here tonight.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
Now, here's Thomas. Johnson the screen. Thomas with the ball. Picked up by Teague. He used that pick to get in close. 13 points for Isaiah Thomas.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Anderson's shot is off. Celtics trail by 12. And Thomas, here we go. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Fires the 3. Rebound Boston. Thomas with the ball. Unloads from 13. That doesn't go either for Thomas. The Hawks leading by 12.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Hawks.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent, Greg, who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Anderson. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. McGarry, no luck. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Lets it go from deep. Anderson can't get it to go. Outside Thomas. Crowder kicks to Johnson. Back to Thomas. From deep. Missed. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it's...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight, and they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
It's all about the production. I mean, nothing really fazed this guy tonight. He was the primary option. They needed a bucket. He delivered. He didn't have any problem scoring. They never really had a way to slow him down. Come on.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in.